Alrighty, so we're into the third segment of our show now, and this is our lesson and Q&A time. So for those of you who are watching us online live, now's the time to start popping those questions through into the comments. And after we've done our little lesson, then we'll start putting those questions to Aaron for you. So, mate, you wanted to talk to us about your top tips, your best advice for building and growing a YouTube channel. So I'm gonna just shut up, and I'm gonna let you teach us.
All right. So yeah, if you want to do it, like we said, you don't need much, just a good camera phone. I'd probably recommend a good mic so you don't get that horrible wind noise, and a barbecue and a computer. You can start out like that. Make sure you love doing it. You don't want to make it something where you don't want to wake up and do it every day. You want to really, really enjoy it. Make sure you're going to want to do it for a long time. I've been doing it for over 2 years now, and I still really look forward to waking up and filming something new for everyone to sort of watch and learn from. Don't overcomplicate it, and don't stress too much about it. Have fun. If you ever miss something in a video, you can always sort of catch up on it in your description. So don't stress if you're going to miss something. Have fun. Look at your analytics. If you really want to grow, just study your analytics. It literally tells you exactly where you're going wrong, what to improve on, how long people are watching your videos for, where they're clicking off. And don't worry about the subscribers. Like that'll grow organically and naturally. If you do want to grow, you want to cross promote as well. So share your videos to Facebook. If someone hasn't seen me share a video on Facebook, they must be living under a rock, because I absolutely share the crap out of my videos. But yeah, I get a lot of good engagement through Facebook. I've recently found Reddit has been a good one as well. I've never ever used Reddit before. That's been a good one. Instagram, sort of recently gone on TikTok to sort of create short versions of my video where people can basically get a teaser to hopefully go and watch the full video on my YouTube. But yeah, the main thing is, if you want to grow, look at your analytics. It tells you exactly where you're going wrong. And yeah, don't use clickbait as well. That's what I found. I tried using some clickbaity type titles and thumbnails. It does not work for me. I don't know if it works for anyone, but yeah, don't use clickbait is something I've found. I had some terrible videos in terms of stats. There was just no views on it. And create good thumbnails. Create something that someone's going to want to click on. You don't want just a poor photo of a dull sort of backdrop, or really think about your thumbnail. What's someone going to click on and watch for a long time. So, yeah, that's pretty much my little YouTube lesson in a nutshell. There's not much to it. I'm still learning so much about that and just barbecue in general at the moment. I guess it's something you'll never stop learning. But yeah, that's my little YouTube learning for today. I guess that's how I've sort of found success for myself at the moment, and hopefully I continue to grow at the pace I am at the moment. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we're at in this time next year or around then.
Yeah. Now I've got a couple of questions that I want to put to you, just to sort of unpack some of those things that you were saying there. So you do everything yourself, is that right? You do all your thumbnails, you do all your own filming, all your own editing, all of that sort of stuff. You don't outsource anything?
No, not at all. No, I've learned to do it all myself. I don't know. It's just, I know if I do it myself, I know exactly what I want. It's really hard trying to explain to someone else, like, the vision in your head and getting them to execute it. So I've just found, it's just easier, and it's probably almost less time consuming doing it yourself, because if you pay someone else to do it and you want to make changes, then you've just got to go back and forth, and it's something I want to learn to do anyway. So yeah, I just figured it would be easier, and it'd be a good learning for myself to want to do it anyway.
Less arguments if you do it all yourself too.
Exactly.
And if you are having arguments doing it all yourself, then you need to seek help. Okay, so there's so many things that, so many components to a successful YouTube video. Now, you mentioned clickbait and titles. Can you explain a bit more about what clickbait is and what makes a good title?
So I guess clickbait, like if you've made, I don't know, a video about steak, you're just doing a basic how to reverse sear a steak, for example, and your clickbait is basically your thumbnail is going to be nothing to do with the steak, and it's going to have a question in there like, oh, you need to see this steak. Like just drawing someone to something without really telling them why. And yeah, your title would pretty much be the same as that. Like you must watch this, find out why when you watch it. Like it's that clickbaity type stuff. And you really want to keep it as basic as possible. I think a lot of people overthink YouTube and try and come up with all these crazy titles and stuff. But if you're going to do a how to reverse sear a steak video, have your title as how to reverse sear a steak. Like just really keep it simple. And I've found, great success in doing that. So, and with that TubeBuddy app I mentioned earlier, it literally tells you where your video is ranking for that search term. So for I think it's the how to set up a Weber kettle using different methods video. I think on the how to use a Weber kettle for that search term, I think we're ranking like number 1 or 2 in the world for that search term.
Wow.
And same with the brisket and the Weber kettle one. If you search brisket Weber kettle, I think we were number 1 or 2 in the world for that search term as well. So that's another really interesting tool, and probably a tip I missed earlier with the YouTube thing is apps like TubeBuddy. They have free versions that will tell you so much about YouTube and how it works and what you should be doing. And yeah, that's a really useful tip as well.
Yeah, no doubt about that at all. So a bad title then would be something like, I reverse seared a steak, you won't believe what happened next. Yeah,
something like that. I mean, them type of titles would probably work well if you've got a massive subscriber base already. So, because that's something that your subscribers are probably going to click on. But for the average person scrolling past, that's probably not going to catch their eye. But for your existing fan base, clickbait probably works better or very well. But I guess there's a time and a place for clickbait. And if you're someone like Google Foods and you come up with a clickbait title, that's going to get your subscribers really watching it because he's got 2.2 million or something like that. It's not going to really work for someone a bit smaller. They're just going to probably scroll straight past it. But that's my experience. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's just what I found. Sure.
That's an interesting idea, though, is that the idea that certain titles will appeal to new viewers and other titles will appeal to an existing audience. I'd never thought of that before. That's a really interesting point.
Yeah.
Thumbnails. Tell us what you need to have a good, attractive thumbnail.
I like to sort of put the end product in my thumbnail. So if I've done a really nice steak, I'll put a nice cut piece of the steak as my thumbnail. So people sort of want to see how that steak got to the end product. Like if it looks really good and they want to eat it, I'm hoping they'd want to find out how it got to that point. Obviously something with a good standout just title in the thumbnail, and I don't know, something, a bit of greenery always helps to catch the eye, I guess. Just not a dull sort of thumbnail that doesn't catch the eye. It's something a bit colourful that has the end product in there and a good clear title in there as well.
Yeah. The last thing from me though, I'm fascinated. How'd you go with TikTok?
Oh, it's frustrating. It's a different world, man. It's a really different world. And I've watched someone I talk to a lot have some wicked success. I don't know if you've seen the Smoker, the Baker, the ice cream maker.
Yeah.
One of his pork belly videos has 10 million views on TikTok.
Wow.
Like it is like, he's an absolute food genius. I've got a lot of time for him, and he has one of the most beautiful Instagrams I've seen, and I could never understand why he doesn't have tens of thousands of followers on there, but he's really found his groove on TikTok, and he puts together some really good short videos, and he's had this wicked success on TikTok. And yeah, I haven't been able to break into that, but yeah, it's a different world. It's completely different to YouTube. It's really short, captivating, right in your face sort of videos. But I'm going to keep at it because I think it's a good way to draw people to your YouTube channel. If you can have more platforms to draw to your main sort of channel, I think that's good. And TikTok's definitely one I want to get into a bit more. And it's sort of a fun edit as well, trying to come up with them short little fun videos.
Yeah, do you get much analytics from TikTok telling you what the conversion rates are? Like you put up your little mini version of your steak video. Do they then tell you how many people click through to your YouTube version?
No, I haven't honestly looked that much into it yet, but if I ever make it far enough to stay on TikTok without getting frustrated, I'll let you know.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think I've put about 3 videos up on TikTok and went, oh, I just don't get this.
Oh, it's a different world. Very different world.
Yeah, I think if I looked good in a bikini and I could do cute little dances, then I'd probably go okay, because it seems to me that's all TikTok is.
Well, maybe that's what you need to try.
Yeah. I don't think the world wants. I don't think the world wants to see me smoking a brisket in a bikini. I don't think the world's ready for that.